Hello, and welcome back to The Five. My name is Leroy, and today is Trivia Tuesday, where we take a closer look at the Bible and see how much you know. Now, asking for advice, it can be humbling, it can be hard, but listening and actually following that advice, why, that can be really difficult. For example, my parents, full of godly, wise advice. Did I follow it all the time? Well, no. Should I have? Well, of course I should, but we all make mistakes. Now, our Bible story today takes place in the book of 1 Chronicles, okay? Chapter 10, verses 1 through 17. If you want to pause the video and read ahead so that you can answer all these questions correctly, well, that would be awesome. But for the rest of us who are charging along, here we go. All right, it talks about King Solomon's son. Now, do you remember King Solomon? He was the wisest of the wise. He was known for it and very rich, and his kingdom flourished. So his son should have had it down, right? He should have understood how to ask for advice. He should have understood wisdom when he saw it. Well, before we go any further, though, let's talk about our first question. What was King Solomon's son's name? All right. Was it A, King Jesus? See, I know you want to say Jesus. He's not always the right answer to every question. B, was it King Taserface? See, I hope so. Wouldn't that be awesome? Or C, King Jehoshaphat. Now, if you name your son Jehoshaphat, I see that as unwise. And lastly, King Rehoboam. All right, who's it going to be? Oh, you're looking at Taserface. I see what you're doing there. But no, the correct answer is Rehoboam. Rehoboam was King Solomon's son who took the throne after King Solomon died and immediately was faced with a big decision. It was like day one, and the kingdom came to him, and they wanted to know what kind of king he was going to be. Well, he asked for 3 days so that he could talk with his advisors. And so he asked a lot of different people. And that brings us to our second question. Okay, who did King Rehoboam listen to? So he asked a lot of people, but who did he actually take the advice of? And to help you out here, it did not go well. Okay, so was it A, his daddy's old advisors? Oh, it's all of his dad's friends. Or B, his young friends. Hey, dude, I've got an idea. Okay. His dog. Ruff, ruff. Jimmy fell down a well. Oh, or D, Bob. If you know someone named Bob, you should just always ask their opinion. Okay, who's it going to be? You don't want to say his dog. It's not his dog. The correct answer is his young friends. And guys, they just didn't have the experience, didn't have the best advice. In fact, it went so poorly that it split the kingdom. Okay, have you ever made a decision that divided a kingdom? I hope not. Sounds terrible. Well, wise counsel is one way we determine which path to take, right? And we want to follow godly advice. But that doesn't happen by accident. And this brings us to a final question. Okay, the final question is, how are you going to respond to this story? Okay, I have a couple of options for you here. So A, make a list of wise people that you can ask for godly advice. I think your parents should help you make that list. That could be really helpful. And B, read Proverbs 1:8 and talk about it with your parents. Now, they'll be helping you with that because this verse talks about listening to your parents. So there's that. So which is it going to be, A or B? Both good ways to help you learn to listen to wise counsel. All right. Well, that's it for today. And we will see you again tomorrow on The Five.